Unsolicited genius.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Ego, your ego is not your friend. It is not here to help you be a better person. It is not here to help you thrive. Ego came about in all of our lives as a defense mechanism at some early stage in our lives. Some trauma, some uncomfortable situation, some dynamic that existed in our life is where our specific egos form. It served a purpose. What happens is we form this bond and relationship with the entity, the ego, and it remains a part of our lives, driving us to do and say things that don't necessarily align with our true nature, causing us to react and respond to things that isn't our truth. And in most instances, the ego will lead you to do things that will ultimately destroy your life. The ego is not to be admired. The ego is not to be bragged about. The ego is to be understood. The ego is to be controlled. Learn about your ego. What does it say? How do you reference it? Does it cause you to roar at people? Does it cause you to retreat? Will it convince you that the right thing to do is to go on the stage in front of an audience of millions of people and slap somebody in their mouth? Will it have you berate your ex-spouse on social media because you're trying to prove a point? Will it have you be the loudest one in the room despite you not necessarily knowing what you're talking about? These are just a few examples of how the ego can drive us to do things that can ultimately destroy us. So my challenge to you is understand your ego. Figure out what it came about to do. How did it originally serve you? How was it originally your source of defense? But once you had that understanding on how it got here, remind it and yourself that you no longer need it to serve that purpose. And the spirit that exists in you is all you need, captaining your ship. If any of this resonates with you and you want to dig a little deeper, let's talk about it. Visit me at www.carltonennis.com, schedule a complimentary session, and we'll go wherever you want to in understanding how to control your ego.
Unsolicited genius.